And welcome back to my channel where I'll be simplifying NEET PG concepts. So today's topic is actually requested by one of my friends. It's about neural tube development and cranial nerve columns. So let's make this super easy to understand. So neural tube has, as you know, all know it is the one which gives rise to CNS, right? So neural tube has got two parts, the ventral part and the dorsal part. Ventral part is backwards, it's on the back side, whereas dorsal part is on the back. Dorsal region is on the backwards, whereas ventral side is on the frontwards, right? So this dorsal region, in the dorsal region, alar plate develops, and this gives rise to sensory or afferent neurons. So A stands for A, that is alar stands for afferent. In this way you can remember it. And basal part is the one which gives rise to motor or efferent neurons, right? And these two are separated with the help of sulcus limitans. As the brainstem and the fourth ventricle opens up, what happens is the alar plate will shift laterally, and the basal plate is the one which will shift medially. So over a period of time, what happens? The basal plate will come on the medial side, and the alar plate will come on the lateral side, right? And in the basal plate, you have GSE, that is general somatic efferent, special visceral efferent, and general visceral efferent. Whereas in the alar plate, you have GVA, general visceral afferent, special visceral afferent, general somatic afferent, and special somatic afferent. And this arrangement is a PYQ, right? So it's important for you to remember. So there's a mnemonic which I have created during my preparation to remember it. So just remember it as GSE, read it as gas. Gas, SVE, read it as save, and GVE, read it as give. Okay. So you're saving the gas. So gas, you have saved it, and you have prepared food from obviously from the gas stove, and you are giving it to people. So gas, save, give. So this is about basal plate. Now about alar plate, read it from backwards. Give, save, and gas. Then the last one is special somatic afferent. In this way you can remember it. So gas, save, give. You're saving gas, you are saving it, and you are giving it to people. Again, read it from backwards. Give, save, gas. The last one is SSA. In this way you can remember it. Topic is about cranial nerve columns. It's super important for you to remember about the cranial nerve columns and their functions, because they've been asked many times in the previous years. So first one is about general somatic efferent. General somatic efferent will innervate the somites, and somites will further give rise to extraocular muscles and tongue. Since extraocular muscles are innervated by cranial nerve 3, 4, and 6, so general somatic efferent, in the general somatic efferent you have 3, 4, 6th cranial nerve. Also the tongue is innervated by cranial nerve 12. So GSE also contains cranial nerve 12. So just remember that general somatic efferent stands for general somatic efferent will innervate the somites. From the somites you will have extraocular muscles and tongue. So the cranial nerves innervated, which are innervating the extraocular muscles and tongue, they will be seen in GSE, right? The next one is about SVE, that is special visceral efferent. It is called special because it is innervating the muscles of the pharyngeal arches, right? These include cranial nerve 5, 7, 9, 10, and 11. And these three, that is cranial nerve 9, 10, and 11, they are known as they are togetherly known as nucleus ambiguous, right? So basically they will innervate the muscles, the pharynx, larynx. So this is about nucleus ambiguous. Third one is about GVE, that is general visceral efferent. General visceral efferent will give rise to the smooth muscles and glands. So it's important for you to know the the pathway of GVE. Cranial nerve 3, 7, 9, and 10. All these cranial nerves, they will carry the parasympathetic cranial nerve fibers from the respective nucleus. It's for example, from the Edinger-Westphal nucleus, it will give rise to preganglionic, that is preganglionic parasympathetic nerve fibers. So this will travel along the cranial nerve 3. And then it will innervate, with the help of the cranial nerve 3, it will innervate the sphincter pupillae and ciliaris muscle. So this is how it is carrying. This is how these nerves are. They help in innervation of the smooth muscles and glands by carrying the parasympathetic fibers. So second one is about superior salivatory nucleus. It will carry the again parasympathetic nerve fibers along cranial nerve 7. Then it will supply the submandibular glands, sublingual glands, and the lacrimal glands. So if you might have read in ENT that lacrimal gland is innervated by greater petrosal nerve, whereas submandibular gland and sublingual glands are innervated by chorda tympani. They will carry the sympathetic fibers from superior salivatory nucleus, right? The next one is about the same thing. The same thing happens with this inferior salivatory nucleus. It will carry parasympathetic nerve fibers along cranial nerve 9, and then it will innervate the parotid gland. The dorsal nucleus of cranial nerve 10 will carry the parasympathetic fibers along cranial nerve 10 to innervate through smooth muscles and glands in thorax and abdomen. So easy way to remember about superior and inferior salivatory nucleus. Superior salivatory nucleus is innervating the inferior glands, which is submandibular and sublingual gland, because it is found inferior to parotid gland, right? Whereas inferior salivatory nucleus is innervating the gland which is found superior to submandibular and sublingual gland, that is parotid gland. Topic is about the afferent fibers, which includes GVA and SVA. This GVA stands for general visual afferent. Viscera in the sense internal organs, right? So it will carry general sensations like pain, sensation of fullness from your viscera, that is gut, bladder. Okay. Then comes SVA. This SVA stands for special visual afferent, which will carry special sensations related to gut. So that includes only taste. So this input from GVA and SVA is given to nucleus of tractus solitaris, which includes cranial nerve fibers 7, 9 and 10. So nucleus of tractus solitaris includes cranial nerve 7, 9 and 10. Don't confuse it with nucleus ambiguous, which includes cranial nerves 9, 10 and 11. Okay. Next one is about GSA, that is general somatic afferent. Soma in the sense body wall, right? And general sensations include pain, temperature and proprioception. So this is carried by trigeminal nerve, right? The last one is about SSA, which includes special somatic afferent fibers. These include special sensation except taste. Okay, SSA doesn't come here. SSA includes vision. This is a special sensation, right? And hearing and balance. So vision includes cranial nerve 2, and hearing and balance is it is carried by, or it is the function of cranial nerve 8. So again, this column is very important for last minute revision, so I'll just tell you in brief about the functions. You just have to understand the meaning of the word. For example, GSE, general somatic efferent, in the sense soma means somites. It will give rise to extraocular muscles and tongue. So it involves cranial nerve 3, 4, 6, which will innervate extraocular muscles, and tongue cranial nerve 12. Then comes special visual afferent. Why special? Because it is innervating the muscles of the pharyngeal arches. So muscles of pharyngeal arches are innervated by 5, 7, 9, 10 and 11. Then comes GVE, general visual afferent, general viscera, general viscera in the sense it will innervate the smooth muscles and glands. This is innervated by cranial nerve 3, 7, 9 and 10. See, remember 3, 7, 9 and 10, they will carry the parasympathetic nerve fibers. It's about GVA and SVA. GVA will carry the general sensations like pain pain, temperature and fullness from the internal organs, that is viscera. Then SVA stands for special visual afferent, which will carry only taste sensation. So both the signals will be they have an input to NTS, that is a nucleus of tractus solitaris, which includes cranial nerve 7, 9 and 10. GSA stands for general somatic afferent. Soma in the sense it is body wall, so it is carrying taste and like a gentle sensation from this body wall, that is pain and temperature from your head and neck, face. So this is an example for this is trigeminal nerve, GSA. Then comes last one is about SSA, that is special somatic afferent, which will carry all the special sensation except taste, because taste is related to gut, so it is carried by SVA. Whereas SSA will example for SSA includes vision and hearing and balance. So here vision is a function of cranial nerve 2, hearing and balance is a function of cranial nerve 8. So that's the summary for cranial nerve columns. I hope I was able to make this a bit simpler or clearer. So if you found this video helpful, please like, share and subscribe so that you don't miss on to the next topics. Thank you.